Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Austin, Texas at the Starnet fall meeting at the Omni Barton Creek, and I'm with Mark Bischoff, the president and CEO. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. It's wonderful to see you in another wonderful property.
We've got a little wave of thunderstorms going to blow in this morning, but you had activity day yesterday, and it was a gorgeous hot day, so you've got that behind you. And this meeting goes until Sunday. We'll get into some of the highlights in just a minute. First, let me just ask you, how's business?
Well, for the members, business is very good. The numbers look above budget across the board. We're especially happy with our carpet numbers. As you know, everyone has been concerned about the office market, and so far they continue to hold up, so we're happy about that. And we're hoping some of the other segments will turn on and continue the momentum into 2023.
I interviewed your chairman, Chuck Bodie, several months ago, and he said it was the strongest flow of sales in many years. Is that going to continue, you think, for a while?
Well, I think the members are feeling pretty comfortable into 23. As you know, it gets murky as it goes further on. The bright spot, though, is that all of the metrics that describe how much money is going into real estate and the enthusiasm for investors continue to be good. And as you know, you cover the ABI numbers, they continue to be strong. So we're hopeful that this cycle will continue much further. As long as we don't see too much disruption in the financial markets, I think we'll be okay.
It's a good thing you're on the commercial side of the business, right?
Right now it's good that we're on the commercial side of the business, and we're just hoping, like I said, that the segments turn over. We've been depending on commercial office for a long time. We were hoping that healthcare would outperform, especially with changes in the industry going from urgent care in large hospital centers to ambulatory care in the suburban office. Our members love that kind of work.
So healthcare is a strong sector. Education is still a pretty good sector. What about hospitality? What are you hearing there?
So that's actually been a surprise as well. It's not as good as it was in 2019, but several of the members have told me privately that they're banking on some large projects coming through in hospitality.
Let's cover a couple news items. I saw Leonard Zimajewski last night, talked to him, and Diversify, which nearly doubled the size of their organization with the addition of Spectra in February. There was, some concern whether they were going to stay in Starnet, and they've committed to stay, right?
Yeah, we worked through some of the learning curve on what Starnet's all about, and after review internally, they've reaffirmed to Starnet that they're committed to the organization. We have many of the Diversify and Spectra folks joining us here at our fall meeting, and we're excited about that.
And you've added 5 new members as well this year, right?
Yes. Fred Williamson, who's been with the organization a long time, does a great job recruiting, and we're thrilled to have some of these members. Some of them have some unique backgrounds in international construction and some tile-focused companies, so we're excited about that.
Fred is ageless. I mean, you brought him up. He seems to be the same guy I met 15 years ago.
Well, Fred has been a steadying force in the organization for a long time. Of course, he came in with the DuPont transition after the vertical integration, and we've counted on Fred for lots of things for many years. He's well loved in the Starnet community.
So, number of branches, because, obviously Diversify is just one member, but you've got a lot of members with multiple branches. What's the number now?
Yeah, so we're currently at 398 servicing locations, so that's across the United States and Canada. Of course, many members have multiple branches, and we're at 175 shareholders. So shareholder is an individual Starnet member. Many of them have dozens of branches, as you know.
You've been in this leadership role for about 2 years, is that right?
Yeah, it succeeded Gene in May of 2019.
On the vendor side, I understand AHF Products has joined, right?
Yes. Through the Armstrong bankruptcy, AHF was able to secure the assets, a part of that business, and the branding. And for many of our members, those products are vitally important. Some of the negotiated business that they have, they've been using Armstrong composition tile products for decades. We're thrilled that that organization has decided to join Starnet. It'll be a great backstop for those members, hoping to keep control of those customers and making sure they have a steady supply chain to serve them.
Are they at this meeting this time?
AHF will be with us. Actually, we'll be having our first roundtable with AHF this morning.
And you have a new tech service supplier, FloorCloud, right?
Yes, so one of the themes in the meeting we're going to cover is the deployment of technology, and Floor Cloud is a new service provider for Starnet. They do site monitoring and software-based, mobile device-based that the members are starting to deploy in the field.
All right, so tell us more about this meeting, themes and highlights.
Yeah, so the theme of the meeting, because we're in Austin and it's the live music capital of the world, the theme is Keys to Success. And we have three main rally points for the members in our education and the workshops we're doing. One is challenges of workplace culture. So our keynote speaker today is Andrew Oxley from the Oxley Group, and he's going to talk about some of the challenges the members are seeing in a multi-generational workforce, with people who want to work from home and veterans who want every day to be ground out in front of monitors and face-to-face with people. The second big theme of the meeting is productivity. So these are the tools and methods and human interaction that it takes, teamwork, to get things done in the business. And this includes the partnering with our manufacturers. It's vital that we get back to that face-to-face, what we often just describe in general as relationship between the manufacturer and our flooring contractors. We're a little out of practice because of the last few years. And then the last thing is deployment of technology, real digital technology, in order to support all of that. Also at this meeting, we have the first formal live event for the AWS group in Starnet. It's the Amazing Women of Starnet. This came out of our live specifier and business development training we do at Neocon every year. They had such a great time being together after a few years off that there was a lot of enthusiasm to get the amazing women together to share their stories. So we have some veterans in the group like Kathy Cloud. She has been a magnet for this. I think that this Amazing Women of Starnet event has drawn some folks that may not have come in the past to the fall meeting.
I heard some people talking in the last meeting about the demographics of this organization, so that's a good move.
Well, we're excited about it, and in every one of these organizations, there's a few females that basically run the day-to-day business. For example, Chairman Bodie, one of his best salespeople, is probably a 20-plus year veteran of the industry, and she's generating massive amounts of revenue and profit for their organization. So we're believers. We just have to figure out a way to put these people on stage.
I know a lot of people are concerned about how long Jerome Powell is going to be raising these interest rates. Do you have any economists talking at this meeting?
We don't have an economist talking at this meeting. It's a little murky. We do have the ITR folks booked for our spring annual meeting. This meeting is really a roll up your sleeves and get back to work. It's been many months that our members have dealt with supply chain and just the daily grind of getting things done. And they've all told me it's getting better. So we'd like to turn that attention and effort that they were using just to get through the day and do their job into forward-looking activity like sales and business development.
All right, it's great to talk to you. It's good to be here with the Starnet Group, and you're looking healthy. Things must be going well personally for you. Again, been talking to Mark Bischoff, the president and CEO of Starnet here in Austin, Texas, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.